Hi everyone, let's be taking our seats quite soon now. I think we are about to start the party. My name is Snorri Másson and I will be your host for today. I'm a journalist and television presenter here from Reykjavík, and I'm very happy to be here with you for the Nordregio Forum, which is in concrete an annual meeting for policymakers and professionals for rural, regional and urban development. This year's focus is young people, which I personally find very important since it created the incentive to hire me as a presenter, so that's good, but it's also seriously good. It's the young people's perspective on the Nordic region, and I caught the habit from my mother to always look out for kindergartens wherever we go in foreign cities and foreign places, because that's where the future lies. If there's lots of activity in the kindergarten and people coming and going, that's good. Because children, of course, are the future, but the people having children as well, and that's the youth part. People have to have a good situation to be able to have children. So, and of course, what is a more sustainable society than one that has enough children? So, the Nordics, it's already, one of the more green and more sustainable societies in the world, the Nordic countries, but you can always do better, and then that begs the question, how do we do better? Is it through new technology, or is it through changing our lifestyle? And I'm very glad not to have to answer the question. We have experts here today that are going to answer this question, and we have a very exciting schedule ahead of us. It's 3 sessions. We're going to start with one session about the labor market, then we're going to go into housing and mobility, and from there, the third one is precisely on young people's perspective on environmental sustainability and the green transition. So we're starting with housing, and our Minister of Infrastructure, the Icelandic Minister of Infrastructure, Sigurður Ingi Jóhannsson, also the head of the Progressive Party in Iceland, is going to deliver some opening remarks for us here today, and we welcome to the stage Sigurður Ingi Jóhannsson.
Thank you, Snorri, and dear guests. It is my pleasure to speak to you on behalf of the Icelandic presidency of the Nordic Council of Ministers. The topic of the conference today is very much of interest to me. Youth participation in policy making means better decision and increased efficiency. It is ever so important for young people to be involved in influencing, shaping, designing, and contributing to policy and the development of services and programs. For the past couple of years, I have put a lot of emphasis on the importance of freedom of residence. Some may ask, what do I mean by freedom of residence? One of the most significant factors contributing to people's overall quality of life is the ability to choose a residency and to have access to good service, living conditions, and job opportunities regardless of wherever they chose to live. To turn this vision into reality, we need to have a robust infrastructure and services that guarantee equality among all residents, regardless of where they live. Additionally, the availability of opportunity is a fundamental pillar of the freedom to choose one place of residence. Access to appropriate employment, education, healthcare, transportation, and other essential services should not be compromised based on where you choose to live. Freedom of residence is about promoting individual self-sufficiency, a higher quality of life, and equal opportunities for all citizens, regardless of where they choose to live. It involves addressing infrastructure, services, and job opportunities to create a more inclusive and equitable society. To reach this ambitious goal, all the main policies of the Ministry of Infrastructure, in planning, in housing, in transportation, and in regional and local government are aligned in the journey towards freedom of residence. The project managers of individual policies work closely together, making sure that all action plans support each other's initiatives, for example, in the field of environmental protection and climate change. They also seek collective consultation with residents and other stakeholders. This holistic approach is more accessible to those parties than a separate approach for different policy areas. At the end of the policy-making process, drafts are published in the Icelandic consultation portal. The consultation portal is a web-based platform built to invite public input on government proposal for new legislation and parliamentary resolutions. The portal has been very popular, and this approach ensures citizens the opportunity to contribute to the decision-making process. It provides easy access, reasonable time to comment, and active response. We are very happy with the outcome and believe that those elements are essential for fostering a successful and engaging platform for public participation in the government decision-making. As a vital part of the policy-making, we aim to reach young people and to encourage them to take part. Valuable insights were gathered for all our strategic planning by conducting a survey among individuals aged from 16 to 20. In this survey, we posed fundamental questions about current and future lifestyle to a large group of respondents within this age range. The findings have clearly highlighted that, for young people, the most crucial factor in selecting a place to live is the availability of employment and suitable housing, along with access to good public service. It was no surprise, perhaps. In Iceland, just as in all the other Nordic countries, most public sector jobs are located in the capital, here in Reykjavik. That is why the Icelandic government has set down in its manifesto and the strategic regional development plan that central government jobs shall not be location-specific unless the nature of the job requires that specifically, so that residence does not affect recruitment. This is a big step and represents a new way of thinking in the state institutional system, a mindset that separates activities from concrete and allows people to work from the local area. This way of working also creates new opportunity to harness the talents of people across Iceland and bring the views from different parts more strongly into the work of government institutions. But dear guest, establishing a home can be a tough task, especially for young people and first buyers. As we all know, our home is the most important place in our lives. It serves as our sanctuary, and it is a vital component of our existence. Housing is a fundamental policy area that needs constant attention. Unfortunately, the construction of residential housing has not met the needs of public in recent years here in Iceland. Faster population growth, on top of decreasing number of people living in each apartment, causes an increased demand for housing, especially for people with low income. The Icelandic government plans to meet this need with its plan to support the building of 35,000 new apartments over the next 10 years. Of those, 30% will be affordable housing and 5% social housing. An agreement has been signed with the Icelandic Association of Local Authorities on this project. The agreement includes financial support for municipalities to increase the number of rental apartments and favorable loans to increase the supply of affordable apartments with a special focus on remote areas. The effects of climate change will result in numerous challenges for the Icelandic society. Many of these challenges lead us to strengthen our infrastructure and communities to make them better equipped to deal with both gradual changes and sudden events. A well-developed infrastructure can make different regions more accessible and attractive to potential residents. Safe, economical and environmentally sustainable means of public transport form the basis of our transport policy as well as promoting positive regional development. These are just a few examples on how we work towards our goals in our policy process, that access to housing, jobs and services is not a limiting factor to where you choose to live. I firmly believe that these measures, among many others, support us on this journey. It is important that young people are involved in the policy-making process and that the government fully considers their views and interests. It is important to empower young people and open channels to strengthen their participation in the decision-making process. I want to sincerely thank the staff of Nordregio for their expertise and valuable research and analysis on regional development and planning matters, as well as other key areas. Your work is essential for policymaking and for the improvement of regional and urban development in the Nordic countries. Thank you so much for organizing this excellent conference in youth participation in policymaking today. The agenda is very interesting. And with these words, I conclude and wish you an inspiring day. Thank you.